Hey, welcome everybody to this new video. Today I actually have no plan whatsoever. I just got in the car, started driving, was like, oh, I'm surely gonna find something on the way. And it looks like that wasn't even such a bad idea. Conditions today are somewhat boring. We have a lot of blue skies, a lot of haze, but also still a lot of cloud coverage, as you can see right behind me. And most of these clouds are pretty much big and very interesting, that have a lot of drama and character to them. And that's what I'm taking for the first shot. So I'm shooting a tree line, and most of the trees are pine trees, which means they somewhat have a spike on the top. It looks like that. And then they're pretty much dark right now. They're not being lit up by the sun. And then I have these clouds in the background, and they have so much size and so much structure and drama that is what really makes them interesting. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to shoot it in black and white, just because it creates so much contrast between these trees, and then you just have the silhouette and they look like spikes, and then the clouds with so much structure and size in the background. Just caught my eye. It looked super interesting, especially now with the tender zoom, a little bit further zoomed in at around 100 mil right now. So I'm pretty much getting rid of all the surroundings, just punching in and just basically creating a shape by having these pine trees which have a spike on top. So for not having any plans at all today, I'm actually quite happy with that first image, just because it has so much structure and, well, shape. That's what makes it interesting, right? So yeah, quite happy with that one. So let me just spin you around. Over there, there's a tree. There's one right over there, which looks quite interesting. So I think I'm just gonna walk over there and have a look, just because I'm curious. There might be something. Let's find out. Actually, that was just supposed to be B-roll of me walking, but looks pretty cool from here. I already have the tripod in my hand, I think. Yeah, just gonna try. Why not? So while I'm waiting for the light to hopefully hit my tree, because I want a direct light hit, fingers crossed, I actually spotted a bird which was just hovering in the air, steady on one spot, and you could see it looking down. It was looking for prey on the field. And then there was so much drama, because there was this bird and then the dramatic sky in the background. Really cool shot. So snapshot on the side, but really, really cool. I like that one. And now I think I'm actually getting the light. So let me just have a look. So I'm struggling a little bit with this image. On the one side, it's incredibly dramatic. I'm shooting it in black and white. I'm just having so much contrast. Just the silhouette of this tree, which works perfectly just because it has so much character. It looks so interesting just on its own. Then I have all these smaller trees on the background, which create harmony, balance. They have like a leading line. Then I have this drama in the sky. The only thing that's a little bit taking away from the image, I think, are the wind turbines. I would like to exclude them, but there's no way to get this composition and this much drama in the image without the wind turbines. So I've made let's call it a small compromise to include them in my image. Don't think it's too bad, but yeah, I would like to have them excluded. But the issue is just on the left hand side where the wind turbines are, there's so much drama in the clouds. Like these clouds over there, which you're not seeing, they're somewhat boring. There's basically nothing. There's just like a little bit of white clouds. But these clouds over here, man, they have so much drama and mood, and they're dark and foreboding and structure and everything. and that makes the whole image work. So I basically have to include the wind turbines. Man, I'm completely honest, I didn't have any expectations, any plans for the day. I just got in the car. The only thing that I had in mind was I'm probably gonna shoot on somewhat open area, just because I could already see some of the clouds having some interest, some structure in the size and the scale of the clouds. That was the only thing that I had in mind. I didn't expect at all to have so much drama and so much atmosphere and mood in these clouds. That's amazing. So quickly want to mention that I have a photography course available. It's the first link in the description, and I teach you everything you need to know about landscape photography. So being in the field, post-processing, tips and tricks of your camera, everything there's to know. Click the first link in the description, you might be interested. Or if you do like my images, you might want to have some of them framed up on your wall as a print. I have some of them available. I actually recently added a couple new ones, so check it out, you might be interested. So I actually wanted to switch location and try a different path. Man, I don't think that's gonna happen. Look at that. Tree just crashed and is blocking the way. Okay, so I quickly spotted something and I have no idea if that's gonna work out, but I do want to find out. So you can see there's this tree line, and over there, the very last tree, it has pretty much, well, cool autumn colors. It looks almost red, and there seems to be a birch tree in there. So there could be quite a cool contrast between the red autumn colors and then, well, the birch tree, which with the white texture and everything. I spotted it from pretty much far distance away. So I'm just gonna walk over there and have a look. Yeah, light would be great now, but you can see sunlight is every now and then. Actually, it's not a birch tree. It just looked like one because of the texture, but it still looks super interesting, so that's not an issue at all. Also, from the far distance, the red was looking very much more prominent than it is right now from close up. Yeah, that was too much of a teaser. That image looked way better from the distance than it looks close up. But as I'm framing up my camera, it still looks good enough, I think. So I think I can make something out of that. Yeah, pretty sure I can. I'm really not sure about that shot. It looks really cool to the eye, but it's very hard framing up. First of all, on the right hand side, I have a little bit of the wind turbine still in my frame, so I'm gonna have to crop that out. Can't really get rid of it just because by zooming in so tightly, I can't get the full tree in shot, and I want that. Then, we need some light, which might actually just happen for a second. So what makes this image so hard is the sky in the background. There's too much sky in there just because I want the whole constellation of trees, which makes the background super bright. But there's not too much interest in the tree in and of itself just because it's so chaotic. And the colors is not sticking out too much. I mean, we do have some light on it right now. That might work a little bit. Yeah, there's too much chaos in the middle. That's why it's almost distracting. So I'm just gonna try one thing. It's not gonna solve the issue with the sky, but we might get some more interest and less chaos in the middle, just because I'm just focusing on two of the branches, the one with the texture, where I first said it was a birch tree, which it isn't, but it does have a lot of texture on it. So by just framing them up and focusing on them, it gives more interest to the middle of the image and less chaos, so that might take away from the sky a little bit. I have no idea if that will work. Zero. I can't judge it on the back of the camera just because there's too much going on. I might have to zoom in a bit further. So I'm going to show you the image in a second. I just want to mention one more thing. I've purposefully cut off the edges of the branches by cutting them out of the frame. I think that works better than to have all the branches in the image, but then having so much sky included in the frame. Yeah. Write a comment if you like that, or if you think that including the whole tree would have been better. I'm really curious. I'm not really sure about that, but I do want to try, because I think, yeah, just having a look on the back of the camera, I think that's the only thing that could really save this image right now. I mean, the image is not going to be award-winning anyway, but I do like the thought process and the process of framing this up and trying to make it work quite a lot, so I'm definitely going to include it. So, I hope you enjoyed this one, all the drama in the clouds and this small little trip. Thank you so much for watching, thank you for the support. Like, share, subscribe, write a comment, this really helps the channel, and see you in the next one.